Angry guy here, and traditional women are lashing out at Western women as passport bros leave. About that, guys. So, for some reason, the intro decided not to play. Anyway, traditional women are lashing out at Western women as passport bros leave. They are absolutely infuriated, and I talked about this, that we're going to come to a point where traditional women, because there are traditional women, when things are finally beginning to shift, go swing right, they're not going to be on the side of Western women who chose to avoid having families, chose to avoid having children. There are a lot of Western women who struggle as a result of a lot of traditional women who struggle as a result of the way that Western women treat them. They see a traditional woman she's a stay-at-home mother, or her husband works, or she works and her husband works, but she cooks and she cleans when she comes home, and they detest that. And it's crazy because now you have a lot of these traditional women who are, as the world is just completely tired of woke, they're beginning to lash out at these Western career women. We're going to jump into this video.
Relationship that makes my life better than it is. I have no interest in being in a relationship to be in a relationship.
Let's jump back a little bit because I think we missed something in the beginning.
I would love a relationship that makes my life better than it is. I have no interest in being in a relationship to be in a relationship. Mm-hmm. The truth is that, I'm a rare breed. So, there might not be a match that's a rare breed for a while.
With all due respect, Ms. Ross, you are 50 years old, and women her age come with a whole bunch of hormonal problems, have way too high expectations on a man. And gentlemen, if you meet somebody and that person tells you that they are a red breed, let me tell you that that's not a red flag, that is a dark red flag. See, women think that they are a rare breed when they're in their 20s, when they're in their 30s. Then they get into their 40s, and on top of all of that, they want to be independent, and they don't even realize that it's about to be too late. See, let's look at it like this. If you take a man at Tracy Ross's age, with the financial stability that she has, he is not going to go out and look for a woman her age. He's going to be somewhere on a yacht with women that are a lot younger than her because they cause less headaches. Ladies, I have bad but real news for you. If you are single and you think that is because you are special or a rare breed, let me tell you that that is not the case. It's probably the fact that you have way too high expectations. It's your circumstances, could be your mindset, your attitude, and the fact that you think that you are special. And I am not telling you this for you to feel bad about yourself, but you need somebody to lead you out of the delusional world that many of you women live in.
Guys, I told you. I told you that this was eventually going to happen, that there were going to be traditional women that were going to come out and they were going to basically begin speaking out on the way that modern day women are behaving, that career women are behaving, and they're not going to be extremely empathetic. And this, she was not mean about it, but one of the unfortunate things is that modern women cannot handle the truth. They cannot handle it. They just can't do it. They lose touch with reality. They see, you tell them the truth and they view it as an attack. They view it and they'll say that you're the enemy. You're trying to put them down. You're trying to make them feel bad. And it's like, bro, this is how old you are. This is the situation that you're in. This is the reality of things. You need to be real. You need to be an adult. And it just doesn't work like that with them. The moment that you try to be honest with them, they call it shaming. The moment that you try to tell them the truth, they say that you're trying to belittle them, and they'll even go as far as saying that you don't like women. Like what? And if it's a woman telling them this, it goes in one ear, it comes out the other, or they'll attack these women and say that these women are they're not with them. They'll basically call them enemies. They'll try to shame them. It's crazy. And it's like, what reality do you live in? And then the most infuriating thing is, these are the same women that then turn to God. And then they go to the churches, and they're in the churches, and it's sister this and sister that. And, you can't say anything to her because Jesus has cleared her. And she's, oh, you're a virgin. Yeah, you're 50 years old. You're a 50-year-old virgin. Jesus washed it away. So what was your previous body count? That person doesn't live. That person isn't here anymore. That person, this is a new life. So God has washed it away. That person I once was is gone. God has taken that person. I'm sick of, guys, these people this is some crazy stuff. This is some crazy stuff. God does not wash your past away. What you've done is always going to be with you. Jesus died on the cross for all of us, and those marks will be in his hands for all of eternity because he was a human being. All right? The scars of the past are still there. We can work through them, and we can try to overcome our trauma, but our scars will still be with us. And we have to there's a saying like, pick up your cross and walk. But it's crazy. Like, these women seem to believe that they can completely just bypass everything, and they can live in whatever world they want to live in. Whatever, it's delusional thinking. It absolutely is. But you can't have a conversation with them because they're so far gone. They believe that the world revolves around them, and they think that they're actually perfect. And, you listen to what Tracy Ross said. She is of a special breed. So it might just take a bit longer. She thinks she's better. When she said special breed, she thinks that she's better than most men. To say that I'm of a special breed, that means that she truly believes that she is better than most men. And I told you this already, guys. Most women are not attracted to most men today. Most women view 95% of men as either unattractive or average. And the average woman does not want the average man. So even the average man is unattractive to the average woman. Think how crazy that is. 95% of men are either unattractive or average, and the average man is not attracted to the average woman is not attracted to the average man. So that means that these women are really chasing 5% of men, and from that 5% of men, they want the top 1%. From that 5%, they're looking at the top 1%. All right? This is crazy. And even within a percent, they're fighting for a percent of that percent. Because they want the men who are the tallest, the men who are the richest, the men who are the most influential. And they believe that they deserve it because they are perfect. These are the same women that tell Lizzo that she's perfect. Lizzo literally says that she hasn't been with Drake yet. Like, who told you? Like, this is not putting Lizzo down, but who told you she thinks that she can get any man? Any man. It's like, and it's just never ending. It's a continuous cycle where these women live believing that they are perfect, they can do no wrong, and that they are of a special and select breed, which means that most men just are not on their level. And you know what I say to most men? I say, stop chasing. Literally say, you're absolutely right, miss. I'm not on your level. So I'm going to go and find someone whose level I'm on. And that's why, and leave the U.S. Go overseas. This lady right here, she lives in Germany with her husband. She lives in Germany with her husband. I'm just being honest with you. All right? You have her husband is an American. You have foreign women from all over the world right now picking up the men that women in America do not want. They said they do not want. You think Tracy Ross wants a man who makes less money than her? She's a multi-millionaire. She has a lot of money. Do you all understand that you can have a guy who is a millionaire, who is handsome, you know, and has, you know, he's relatively rich, he's handsome, you know, he's moderately tall. Let's say he's 5'9", 5'10". That's tall. And you know what the craziest thing about that is? She would turn him down and say he's not good enough for her because she's way wealthier than he is. And he's still not tall enough for her. And he's kind of corny, and she, you know, he's just not her type. Like, that's how crazy it is. You could have a dude who has a big house, millions of dollars in the bank, all right? Has a nice big boat, owns his own business, multi-million-dollar business, and she would turn him down and say, that's not enough because I still have more than you. I'm still wealthier than you. That's not enough. You're still not on my level. She would turn that down. Dude could have a big house, could have a huge car collection, all right? Every car in there costs over $100,000. She would still turn him down. He could run a multi-million-dollar company. She would still turn him down. He could be super fit. He could have abs. All right? He could have abs. Let's say he was like 49 years old, 48, even younger than her, a few years younger than her. He can have abs. He's like 5'9", 5'10". He could have abs. Work out, run. He's a great athlete. All right? Runs marathons. Does martial arts. Does all of these things. She'll turn him down. You're not on my level, papi. Lo siento. You're not for me. You're not for me. You're not my person. This is how it is, y'all. Why would a man like that even waste his time? He's just going to go overseas and find someone who values him and appreciates him. Okay? This is a man who has significant resources, can provide, can protect, has a good personality. And you know what's interesting? Women say they want a man with a sense of humor, but then they get a man with a sense of humor and they're like, oh, I want a man with a sense of humor, but I don't like his sense of humor. I don't find his kind of sense of humor funny. There are so many women like that. They're like, I like a guy with a sense of humor, but then they're with a guy who has a sense of humor. They're like, oh, it's too childish, or I just don't like his sense of humor. Guys, traditional women are lashing out at Western women as passive bros leave, and this is a trend that's only going to continue to happen and accelerate as more men walk away from society and Western society and go eastward. Let me know what you think about this in the comments and how you feel about this. And if you like this video, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications to never miss another video again. And like the videos because it tells YouTube that you want to see more of my videos. And also remember that YouTube is the monetizing / limiting ads on all of my content now. So I'm not getting that sweet ad money. So if you want to help out, drop a super thanks or some cash via PayPal or Cash App. And links are in the description of the video. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA. Been walking away, and cheers.